Hello, everybody.
Hello there.
Welcome to another episode of Thoughts Explored. Um, it is October 10th,
Yes, can you imagine that it's
2020.
almost to the middle of October? And I do like the 10-10-2020 symmetry.
So that was Lex's idea for us to do our podcast now. Explain that little thing.
Oh, I just like the idea of because sometimes a month is almost up and we're like, "Oh my goodness, we need to do an April podcast or an August podcast or, we want to do it once a month." So my idea, because my love really is enjoying at this time in her life the double numbers that come up like 11-11, 10-10, that kind of thing. I thought it was last month, I think. I said, one way we could always remember is to do it on the date that matches the month. Thus, we have October 10th. We will do a podcast on November 11th.
That's 11/11.
Yep. And December 12th. And so on and so forth. So that was kind of my idea. just for the fun of it and the delight of the symmetry of the repeating numbers.
So that brings us to October. What's going on. I believe we have had some developments since our last episode. So I think the biggest development was what?
Well, one of the biggest developments is I had a birthday, and two new family members have come to join us for my birthday.
Yes, and who are they?
Well, they're two kittens. And they're named Magic and Jinx. And many of you, I think, probably follow us on Facebook, so you might have already seen the delightful Magic and Jinx. They're two lovely females, and they've brought a lot to the household already. We've had them now since September 20th, so that's 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
And, the whole thing of getting the cats, so Lex, of course, started shopping before her birthday, because I had said, okay, let's get them for your birthday. So that was my birthday present to her. So we went to the place. She had narrowed down a couple places for us to go to. And she was, kind of like, well, what if there are not any left? I said, they're going to be, we're going to find the two cats.
The kittens, yes.
That we want to take home. So we did find them, and then they had their little appointment today.
Oh, yes. Today was their very first vet appointment. And, of course, they passed with flying colors. Jinx is about half the size, 1 month younger, and half the size of Magic. But she is just as delightful as she is wee.
This is one of those times where we should have like a YouTube video because it's really, you can't.
We can talk about them, but you can't.
Yeah, you can't see them. Yeah. So that's,
But they passed with flying colors, got their booster shots, and are doing very well.
So that was some excitement for the household, and Shanti is acclimating very nicely to
Shanti is just doing wonderfully.
They actually have tried to take over her crate, which lives under our table.
Our dining room table, yes. That's where the dog crate has always been.
And they have been in the crate with her a few times. And so it'll be interesting to see how that evolves as they get bigger, because I don't think all three of them are going to fit in there once they get larger. So I think that that happened, and then
and then a couple days later, my birthday happened, and then on my birthday, Chris had a wonderful sunrise music set, DJ set that she did at my request, because the sunrises are my favorite time, and so she had been working for years, or had started years ago, a song for me that she was composing. And so she featured that in this birthday sunrise set, and it was it had been really worked on and developed, and it was enriched and everything. It was so exciting to hear it played in an actual music set. So that was another thing that just made my day. And the
Oh,
two kittens,
oh.
and then our dear friend Kelly came over for the sunrise at 7 o'clock in the morning. And she's not a morning person.
No.
Kelly, if you're listening to this, I appreciated that so much. She came over bearing um, donuts, and we had tea, and it was a very rich day for me.
Yeah. So that catches everybody up to
The end of
the
September.
end of September.
Yes.
Um, I think during all of this, what I'm reminded of is, it's the little things, I think, every day that sometimes we forget how joyful those little things can be. Um, you know, and getting the cats um, definitely adds another layer of, hey, I've got something else to think about, something else to, you know,
To
um, to
nurture,
nurture, and
yeah.
all of that stuff.
To take delight in, yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I just think it was, yeah, it's added another layer to the household that has been much needed and much appreciated.
This from the I don't won't call her crazy cat lady yet because we only have two.
Two does not crazy make.
If it goes beyond two, like what I've always said is if the animals outnumber us, I'm a little concerned. And so right now they do. So they definitely can't go over
Well,
three.
technically, except two cats equul one dog. We already
No.
we talked about that years ago.
No. No. I still think it's three, and then it's only two humans. So, but this is where we're
I'm
at.
standing by my mathematics.
Okay, we will not go down. I'm laughing at her because I think she is kidding, but I don't know. Sometimes she's shaking her head that she's not kidding. Um, so now we're into October, and what we've done. It's a little sad for me because the gardening is going to go away for a little bit. Um, I did plant a lot of garlic and hope that those garlics will blossom next year. But it's kind of that season of, to me, it kind of reminds me of a reflective season. You've had the summer, and now it's getting darker super early.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dark in the morning that
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what time it is anymore. So, um, I guess autumn is here.
I feel,
There's no doubt about it.
yeah, I kind of feel like autumn has a certain melancholy about it, even more so than winter, because it's that transition piece between the the bright, strong sun of summer and it's fading and it's transitioning into the cool darkness of winter. And it's kind of similar, only what is the opposite of melancholy? Hopefulness, maybe, that spring has.
Happy. Well,
You
sad.
know,
I think
well,
sad is
where
happy.
spring isn't fully the joy and the strength and the sun of summer, it's got
Well,
it's
spring
got
is
that hopefulness to it.
it's
And I think,
definitely, I think, more joyful than the
well,
the
yeah,
winter that
this
you're
is
coming out
winding.
of.
Well, it's winding down, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I think autumn is a bit melancholy just by its nature, but I love it.
Well, we're going to be going to the shortest day of the year here pretty soon. What day is that?
This year, I think it's December 20th. It'll be December 20th or 21st this year.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. And that'll be our equinox, our winter equinox.
Hurtling toward the dark.
Yep, hurtling towards the dark. So we have been working a lot in the garden and putting the beds to bed, the gardening beds to bed, and sort of mulching things over and preparing for the darkness.
Gosh. Wow. So yeah, I think that catches everybody up. I've got a couple of music projects in the works. So I'll have a release coming out on Monday, 10/12. Is that right? 10/12. Yeah, it'll be on Spotify and Apple Music. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I'll be finishing up, polishing up Lex's track, and hopefully that'll be getting released.
By the way, it's called Lexi B. Just in case any of you were wondering what the name of the track was.
It is. It's called Lexi B. And it reminds me of her.
Thank you. I'm happy to be your muse.
Yes. Oh, we just passed 11:11 on the little time clock here. So, I think that's all that we have for you. Thanks again for listening.
This is just kind of a newsy notes, getting everybody caught up and checking in with you all.
And I think for our next episode, I've already got a couple of topics in mind, so we'll do one of the two of those. I also felt like it was time just to do a little update. So I think this is good.
We will talk at you again on 11/11.
On 11/11. Okay.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.